In this video, I'd like to talk to you about putting your prices up, increasing your prices, and putting them up sooner rather than later, if not today. Now, before you jump on to have a rant to me about, well, if I put up my prices, I might lose some work. No one else is charging that much. How could I possibly compete? And the little fear dragon enters your mind. Let me ask you a few questions first. Have you ever paid more for something that you originally thought you were going to because you saw value? And the answer is yes. Is the cost of doing business, running your business, going up on a weekly, monthly basis? Yes. Are your suppliers putting up their prices almost weekly in some situations? The answer is yes. When was the last time you evaluated your pricing and actually increased your prices? When I ask some clients that when they first start working with us, it can be 2, maybe 3 years. I said, 2 or 3 years? No wonder you're in financial challenges right now. So the other thing I want you to consider is most trade business owners undercharge for the labor component of their business. Now, I'm not a big fan about charging by the hour, but making sure you know what it's worth or what it costs to employ people is so important. So let's look at why you need to put up your prices. Firstly, you're worth more. You are valuable. Now, let me see 2 different scenarios, 2 equally skilled tradesmen. One charges $70 an hour, the other one charges $110. Why? Quite simple. The person who charges $110 an hour values themselves more than the person who charges $70. Now you might say, oh, but the market with the person who charges $70 an hour can't pay the $110. Maybe not, but I get that. You get to choose which market you want to play in. But most of the time, the company that charges $110 is the one who values themselves more. I'm also not a big proponent of charging by the hour. People should not be paying for your time, they're paying for your expertise. If you're a master of your craft, to become a professional of your trade, you don't charge by the hour. You charge for doing the work. Now, there might be some situations in do and charge type scenarios, or where you charge an hourly rate for over and above the fixed rate. Maybe there's variations, changes, modifications. Yes, it's okay to charge an extra hourly rate then. But if you have a flat rate, you're charging for what you're implementing, you're fixing, and you're doing versus an hourly rate. So first and foremost, value yourself more. The main reason why most people don't put up their prices is they don't value themselves. They don't feel worthy enough. And they have this fear around upsetting people by putting up their prices. Come on, if you want to run a profitable, successful, long ongoing business, you need to move in this situation. Secondly, you'd be surprised at how many people will value you more when you do put your prices up. There's a percentage of the market who will always pay more at the top end because they, in their minds, relate higher prices with extra value. Now, I'm not saying overcharge and don't deliver. Obviously, if you're charging at the top end of the market, you deliver an exceptional product. You're professional, you're prompt, you show up and do the best work you possibly can. You underpromise, overdeliver. You always give extra value for what people pay financially for you as well. So firstly, you're worth more. Secondly, your clients will value you more when you put your prices up. Thirdly, the cost of business is going up on a weekly basis. You need to be moving with that. And by the way, customers do expect over time to pay more for what they are getting than what they did a year ago. As long as you're great at explaining the value, demonstrating, doing a great job, following up, delivering exceptional service, you will always have people who are prepared to pay more for what you do than you originally expected. Have fun putting up your prices, and I'll see you in the next video.